Hi guys, so today's video is animal print using blooming gel and a set of brown polishes that I got from Temu. A really cute set. I cannot remember how much I paid for them, but I will go back through my orders and see about putting them in the comments. The colours are not quite matched to the outside of the bottle, but very close. But they are lovely 15ml bottles. I've got them popped out on my palette there. Just 5 of them, not the darker shade, and a bit of my black gel paint. And it's the same brand blooming gel I'm using as well. Really nice blooming gel actually. This is what I tried earlier. Liked it. Realised where I went wrong with it and changed some bits. So for this design I am going in with the second to lightest shade. Just one coat. Obviously this is a nude nail, so one coat is enough. I'm not sure if it'll be enough on a clear nail, but it has really good coverage. So I have cured that, and then I'm going in with a swipe of a slightly darker shade. Please excuse me, I am sounding probably terrible, but I have come down with yet another cold, so I am all bunged up and full of it and swallowing Beechams like they are Smarties currently. So I've put a swipe of that on. Do not cure it, because then I'm going to take some of the Blossom gel and pop that to the side as well. Now I have done similar in the past, because Blossom gel and Blooming gel is quite new to me. I generally just used base gel. So in the past I have used base gel for similar designs and it has worked well. I haven't tried it with this design though. So I'm just running some of that along the side, and then I'm going to pat that in and just blend it out. So I've sped that up and cut a little bit out there because I do actually faff around with that for quite a while. And then in the end I decide an ombre brush would have probably been better, just to pat it out and drag it through. I just want it to kind of fade across slightly. And when that is done, do not cure it. You then want to go in with a dotting tool and an even darker shade of brown. We're going all brown, so kind of like a giraffe print. Or at least that's kind of the inspiration I took from it. And you're just going to dot that on. You can wiggle it around a little so it doesn't stay like a solid circle, so you get like the difference in shapes. And I'm just taking a cotton wipe and pressing it to the very edge of the nail. So sometimes if you have a little much gel on there, if you press that to the side, it will pull a little off when you pull it away. Because sometimes your gel, just slips all down one side. So when you're happy, you want to cure that. And then you want to repeat that same step on the other side. So you're just blossom gelling and dotting again. You could possibly do it without curing one half first, but I think you would have to be quite quick. So part ways through some of these, I have run out of gel on my palette. And by the time I've put some more on and then go back to dotting, my dots are completely spread out and faded compared to the bottom ones. Like you can see there in that top corner where I missed it, where I had to add more gels. So I think doing it in sections is probably wiser. Some of them I added an extra dot into the middle as well, just to darken the middles, just to give it a bit more depth, so it's like dark in the middle and then faded on the outside. So you want to cure that, and then you want to go in with a matte top coat, because we are going to be chroming next. So I'm using black gel paint. You could also use a chrome gel or a top coat. It's just habit for me to use the black gel paint. But there are lots of products out there. There's like the 3D chrome gels now. Bon Pretty have the mirror stamping gel. You could use that for the exact same thing. So I'm just added some nice little swoops, which I am going to add to shortly. But you could do a solid line there, you could do multiple lines or any design really, whichever one works best for you. And when you're happy with your design, you just want to pop that into cure before adding your chrome. So that's cured. And now I'm just rubbing in my chrome with the applicator. Just a cheap chrome powder, and then I'm picking up a clean makeup sponge afterwards just to buff that over, and that pulls off any remaining powder that has decided to wiggle its way around that nail. It's a great way to ensure you're not left with any transfer particles. Now this is a lovely little set of 3 gels from D-Gel, and there's a silver, a gold and a rose gold. I got these from Cookie, and it's Cookie spelt with 2 K's at the front. And that is a UK based company, and they have all the Korean gel brands. I saw this stuff on a Korean nail video maybe last year. Absolutely fell in love with it, so ordered some. Plus it was on sale, even better. And it's like, it's kind of like a mix of glitter and the tiniest parts of like gold leaf. It's got brilliant coverage. So what I'm doing is I'm laying it on, and then I'm using the brush to spread it out so it kind of flattens the glitter particles. You know, like when you buff glitter onto a nail to get that kind of burnished look. I'm doing that but using the brush. If you don't have something like that, you could use a regular glitter gel polish in gold and then mix a tiny bit of gold chrome powder in to fill in the missing gaps. And that way when you paint it on, you won't have any gaps. It'll be like a solid colour. So you want to cure that and then go in with a top coat. And that is that design done. In my opinion though, it also looks really nice with the background matte and then the shiny glitter and chrome. Okay, next up is the second design. So we're going back in with that same base coat. So I'm trying to keep the colours in the same few all the way through the videos. So 1 coat of that, and then you want to pop that in a new kit. And then we are going over half of it with the Blooming Gel again. And remember, do not cure that. I actually forgot that. I slapped it in the lamp for all of 3 seconds and it had already started to harden, so I had to put another layer on. So do not cure. And you are doing the same as the other nail. And you are plopping on some nice big dots and wriggling them around a little to get your like cheetah print. I haven't tried it, but I'm thinking a tiger print would be nice done this way. Or something similar, or like a cheetah print. Now I have the Blooming Gel, I might actually be able to make a pretty looking tortoise shell, because God knows I suck at torties. Does not matter how many different times I've tried different gels, I'm just not good at them at all. So when you are happy, you want to pop that into cure. And then it will be another layer of matte top coat again. So most of these nails are going to have the gold chrome accent, so there will generally always be a layer of either Blooming Gel or the matte. So I am covering that border with a wide band of 2 lines, both of which I'm going to chrome. They can be as thick or as thin as you want. You could leave it as a solid stripe if you want to add more paint and fill that in. But I'm going to fill that with some more of that glitter gel. Or you could just have the one thin line rather than the thicker band I'm doing. I mean, if you wanted to add gems, you could actually gemstone then too. So the idea here, I saw on a different video. And it's to kind of draw the spaces in between the giraffe print. So you like on the other half of the nail, you know, like the negative space in between the dark dots. That's kind of what I'm drawing. Not quite sure I got it right, but I'm going to chrome that anyway. So just kind of like draw your giraffe. I keep going to say leopard print. Draw your giraffe print kind of outlines and then pop them in secure. And then we were going to go over that with some chrome. Same chrome as before. So this is a little cheap one I got off eBay, probably, or even Wish back then when I first started, and it's still going strong. And then fill that in with the gold glitter. So you just want to spread that glitter out nicely. And then you want to pop that in secure and top coat. And here is your next one. So a layer of the same beige again. And then we are going in with the blooming gel from the look of that lid. I forgot where I was when I was voiceover in this one. Tucked up on the couch with my blanket and my chippy. So we are dipping in and we're going to do a full nail of the animal print with this one. So I've switched to a bigger dotting tool because I decided the one I was using was a little too small endwise. So I've gone for a bigger end. But thinking about it sensibly, a brush lid would do as well. See, so the top half of this, I started and then I ran out of gel, which is why the bottom half is now darker, because do you see how much it's spread out? That's what I was mentioning earlier. So unless you like the effect, make sure you have enough gel on your palette, because it surprisingly takes more than you would think. Okay, so that one is done. And this nail, we are going in with the base, going in with the matte, and then I'm just drawing some random lines, which I'm going to gold just to tie in the gold detail and add a bit of glitter to. But you could do any design. I thought about doing a straight stripe down the middle, and then I thought about swirls, and then I thought about gems. So there's lots of options. So rub a little more chrome on those. And then again with the clean makeup sponge just to get off any excess. Works a treat every time. And then your gold glitter or your gold glitter and chrome mix or whatever else you're going to add to this design. So I hope you've enjoyed these designs. Very quickly ran through some of them, but I really hope you give them a try and enjoy them. And thank you all for staying tuned and watching. And if you've enjoyed, please leave a like and please subscribe for more videos upcoming. Hope you give them a try, guys, and let me know how they're going. Bye.